This is Colin O'Keefe, and in a special episode of LXBN TV, we are previewing the Social Media Marketing for Law Firm Summit. It's May 9th in New York City. Joining me today is one of the session's two keynotes, John Corey. He is president and founding partner at Green Target. Their firm just recently released the newest iteration of their in-house Counsel New Media Engagement Study. John, first, can you explain how in-house counsel interact with firms' social media and why traditional consumer metrics are poor in measuring social media effectiveness?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess I would start by saying is, what we've measured for 3 years now in our research is that in-house counsel, they're consuming content much more than they are contributing to it. So measurement isn't about generating comments. It's not about dialogue. It's not about discussions on these platforms. Now, this may work for Gatorade, but it's not going to work for a major law firm. It's really much more about producing quality content and having a strategy to really deliver that content over a continuum. So the democratization of information, which we've heard about, it's very much at play here, in that the best content will rise to the top. So the real opportunity for firms and for lawyers is to win in the competition for the best content. And I got to tell you, it's slightly amusing to us that everyone is now talking about content marketing because we've been in the content creation business for more than a decade now. We have some of the most talented professional journalists, business editors, other writers on our staff who are producing world-class content for clients every day. But it's not just about the content itself. What's even more valuable is putting a content development strategy in place that's going to govern the development of content moving forward. Firms have many channels at their disposal, but there needs to be an overarching editorial strategy to really make sure that content is being developed and delivered in the right way. So getting back to your question, Colin, we think the ultimate reward is in converting online relationships into offline ones, and that's really what we think engagement's all about.
I see. So in looking at the specifics of this year's study, how do blogs stack up? Are there any trends that you're seeing there?
Blogs, I got to tell you, they continue to stack up very well. Since 2010, they've been viewed as reliable and credible sources of information. We've seen that across counsel of various company sizes and certainly across age groups, a very steady view in that way. Usage is growing across age groups. We were the first to measure that law firm attorney authored blogs are on par with blogs that are written by professional journalists. So we think that that's very important in terms of being a preferred blogging format. And for 3 years now, and this is key, we've measured that in-house counsel envision a future in which a well-executed blog will influence hiring decisions. So 53% of counsel agreed with that view this year, 55% agreed with it in 2012, 50% agreed that a well-executed blog will influence hiring decisions back in 2010. So again, very even view that well-done blogs will influence hiring decisions. So yeah, blogs are doing quite well. But to be honest, we think that there's a lot more firms can be doing to optimize their blogging strategies, much more than they can be doing in that regard.
I see. So segging a little bit off that, you mentioned the need for law firms to optimize their blogging strategies at an institutional level. What do you mean by that?
Well, we know that in-house counsel are reading blogs. That's something that we've measured. And you guys actually have measured your State of the Blogosphere report. I think your most recent one came out in 2012. That law firms are following suit by publishing new blogs at an accelerated pace. So in your report, I believe you said that the AmLaw 200 today, they're publishing 660 blogs, 606 of which are firm branded. So there's a deluge of self-published content emanating from the legal industry. So how do you stand out when everybody has a voice and everyone's raising their hand saying, hey, listen to what I have to say? How do you really stand out? So whether a firm has few or many blogs, in our view, they tend to be disparate and disconnected owned media properties. And because they are driven, at an individual attorney and at a practice group level, we think there's an opportunity for much greater oversight, support, and brand cohesion that's being provided at an institutional level. So let me just give you a couple of examples of that. I don't want to give away the secret sauce, of course, but leveraging that content internally, encouraging attorneys and partners to share directly with their clients, and their prospects, providing a process and a mechanism for lawyers to easily share this type of content, through their individual LinkedIn LinkedIn profiles and Twitter feeds. This type of thing can exponentially expand the reach and the impact that's being put out on blogs. Then you think about leveraging content externally. Digital media drives traditional media, and traditional media drives digital media. They work hand in hand, and there really needs to be a strategy in place to repurpose this content through traditional channels, to use it to secure speaking engagements. Firm marketing communications departments can really facilitate and accelerate this process, and to make it all the more effective to realize the true investment of the time and energy that goes into individual blogs. And then my third point, Colin, would just be on curation. And I know this is something that you guys are doing a lot more of, but when you think about firms that have multiple blogging properties, the idea to create, separate branded news sites, that's something that we're starting to really advise clients to do. If you have, 3 blogs, or if you have 15 or 20 blogs, package that into a site in a very journalistic way, and then to market that site as a destination, for any number of consumers of that information, whether it be journalists in the media, professional organizations, clients and prospects, lateral recruits. We know there's an ongoing war for talent out there. So to take your content that's being developed throughout the firm, throughout offices and practices, and to house it in one place in a very journalistic way where the consumers of that information can go and really get maximum value for what you're producing, as a firm.
Definitely. As we touched on in our State of the AmLaw 200 blogosphere report, there are so many blogs being published by AmLaw 200 firms, so it isn't just enough nowadays that you're blogging. Firms need to be blogging well, and they need to be doing so with an integrated strategy. Once again, that was John Corey. For more of his insight, to hear him discuss their study at length, be sure to sign up for the Social Media Marketing for Lawyers Summit, May 9th in New York City. The link to sign up is in the description of this video. And for more of these LXPN TV videos, along with curated commentary from the LexBlog Network's more than 8,000 members, visit us at lxbn.com. Thanks for joining us today, John.
All right. Thanks, Colin. We'll see you soon.